But the groomers and the woke brigade are at it again, folks. This time, they have set their sights on the young, impressionable children inside our elementary and secondary schools in Quebec. The Provincial Ministry of Education, in its infinite wisdom, has decided to swap out the ethic and religious culture curriculum for a brand spanking new grooming woke sexual curriculum dubbed Culture and Citizenship. Now, don't let that fancy title fool you. It's all about teaching kids sexuality, gender identity, and LGBT plus content. There is nothing about the Quebec culture that we should be proud of, and nothing about citizenship. This title is literally to mislead parents who don't look closer into the different program. And here is the kicker. What was once voluntary is now mandatory for the 2024-25 school year. Picture this. School children as young as 6 will start their educational journey with lessons on sexuality. First grade, they will be introduced to the comprehensive view of sexuality, body needs, sexual assault prevention, and diverse family compositions. Yep. Having 2 moms and a trans dad will be the new normal family portrait. By second grade, they are diving into the sexual parts of the body and gender roles. By third grade, it's all about stereotype related to sex and gender norm, inclusion, exclusion, and respecting differences. And it just keeps going. I will spare you the rest of the details, but trust me, it's a wild ride. With only secondary 3 or 14 years old students catching a break. All those courses will teach and normalize choosing different genders, taking hormones if you feel uncomfortable with yourself, and even mutilating your body. Who knows, maybe they will encourage identifying as an animal or a paperclip, because why not? And all this is being pushed on vulnerable children who are going through an identity crisis. We all know how lost and mentally unstable a child can be during such times. Now, you might be wondering, what any of this has to do with culture and citizenship? Of course, nothing. This is not about teaching kids to be a good citizen. It's about grooming them and sexualizing childhood. The previous ethic and religious culture curriculum that offered tools for understanding our cultural and religious heritage, promoted social cohesion, and taught tolerance, respect, and openness. Instead, we are now drilling kids to inequalities, victimhood, and differences based on appearance, sex, and behavior. Progress, right? And don't even get me started on the whole non-binary, gender fluid, queer, and alphabet soup beyond LGBT. Biology is clear. You're male or female. Gender dysphoria is a psychological disorder that should be addressed by doctors and families, not school curriculum. And sure, you can be gay or lesbian, but do we really need to have that talk in first grade? Kids will figure it out naturally when the time is right. The LGBT community literally suffers from these indoctrination actions that LGBTQ2S++ activists impose on children. At 6 years old, kids barely understand what sexuality is, let alone its implications. Yet the Quebec Ministry of Education is pushing this woke agenda, making children more vulnerable to early sexualization and potential abuse. Quebec, with its secular state stance, seems to believe that religion and understanding different beliefs have no place in education. But secularism doesn't mean citizens are not religious. Teaching ethics and religion offers guidelines and values without extremism. So the real question is, will this indoctrination lead to strong families or deficient ones? It's time to put a stop to this madness and protect our children from groomers and woke activists. Join the cause and sign our petition at stopclassroomgrooming.com right now. Don't forget to go over stopclassroomgrooming.com. On this website, you can make your voice heard that we want to stop indoctrinating our children. I invite you to not only sign it, but share it with your close one. Make your voice heard at stopclassroomgrooming.com.